Meanwhile, all the way across town,
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Not now!
Okay.
lots of things going on at Universal. They're still prepping for their 60th anniversary of the tram, which should be opening up, I believe, on April 26th, and really moving forward quick on Halloween Horror Night stuff. Still no news about what's going to happen there, but they also have Fast and Furious rides still going up. So let's go see what's happening in this park now. Early Friday morning, so there is already people here now. The City Walk doesn't open until 11. The park opened at 9. It's about 10 o'clock now, but it's kind of busy here, and also a little chilly. Looks like the marine layer's back. Oh my! The crowd has shown up for the front gate, but just got to kind of slowly move past them to get to the main street here. That happens a lot. A lot of people tend to kind of collect right there outside the gates. It happens. That's kind of a theme park thing, I think, just in general.
Now remember, we're in the itchy lot.
So I don't have a lot of time to do much today, so our first order of business is going to be to check out the studio tour and see how far along they've come with the progression of the 60th. They got that little snack station open here at the bottom right before you get in line to get on the tram, so that's kind of cool. That's all done. It's an interesting ride on the tram tour. You can tell that they're blocking a lot of stuff off to get ready for the 60th anniversary when it happens here in a couple weeks. It was like a truncated tour. It only took about 30 minutes. They skipped a lot of parts, the Jurassic Park, the little part where you drive through the movie cars, the little Jurassic Park area, and then you don't go anywhere near the Bates Motel, the mansion, or the War of the Worlds lot. Instead, toward the end, they take you around the other side of Falls Lake, which I thought was kind of cool because I haven't done that in 20 years or something. I remember the first time I rode the tour, they did take you through Falls Lake before they shut that area down. And it was still filled with water, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, they're starting to get little tidbits kind of up and around for the 60th anniversary, but obviously they're not going to let you see any of the hot spots yet, where they allow you to kind of step off the tram and do all the photo ops and stuff with the shark and probably a finished Bates Motel and do all that stuff. But I so look forward to the day when they get rid of that Fast and Furious finale. I just cannot stand the level of corniness and cringe that comes out of there. And that's me saying this. This is the king of cringe. We can only hope someday with this new coaster. Speaking of the new Fast and Furious coaster,
let's go check that out.
Well, there's 150 billion guys here working now.
That's a lot of people.
They are kind of all over the place too. All these little pillars at the bottom now are all kind of stacked up. It looks like you can kind of see where the railing is going to be going. You kind of get a general sense of the direction of the ride now, at least down here at the bottom of the hill. But they're still working over here, drilling. So there's going to be more of those over here now, and maybe heading toward the direction of that little run over there on the hill, which I'm guessing might be like one of the last areas that they do. There's also a lot of stuff happening over on the other side of the mountain too. There's a lot of rebar that's piled up over there, and it looks like this top retaining wall here, this is going to go even higher. You see all the little markers and stuff that are sticking out of there, so that might go up even more. And as far as the little the platform, they haven't put anything else up there since they laid those two little bits of track. I'm not really expecting anything as far as track to be brought over here for quite a while, because it still looks like they've got a ways to go, and they said it's supposed to rain again this weekend, so that might also hinder the ride progression as well. But it's still coming along, man. They got plenty of hands here working on this stuff, so 2025, baby, let's do it. Still no signs of them starting to maybe even plot putting a maze here this year. With all the tents popping up everywhere else around the park, it makes you kind of wonder, is there going to be anything here this year?
Can it be both?
All right, and they put new windows up at Moulin Rouge. Those look nice. Are they going to keep them that same color, though? They're like a greenish hue, as opposed to the rest of the building being red. It looks much better now, though. It looks much more complete. So maybe we get a reopening of this here pretty soon, maybe for the 60th. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's less in front of the music hall and the hospital building facades now? I don't know, this seems way more empty for some reason. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping hard.
Why you tripping, Debo?
I got all the DreamWorks characters out too. Donkey's meeting people, and Poppy's over here meeting people.
And and the rest.
I think I found where the crowd all went. That was hanging out at the gate in the front of the park. They are all in Hogsmeade getting their butterbeers on. The line for Ollivanders is quite long already.
Hey man, if the line's this long, it's gotta be good.
All right, they got the Triwizard stage back up. I don't see any differences in there. It looks like they just kind of repainted it maybe. The lockers are still behind walls, but you can see how tall they're going here. They still got scrim and scaffolding up, so they're still building up. No word on when it's actually going to open, but it's going to be massive. It's going to be huge, so there are going to be plenty of lockers available for everybody. And with that, they'll be able to take the lockers out from inside underneath the castle there by the gift shop, and then there'll be a lot more room to focus on the line itself, on entering and exiting the ride. I got to get out of there. It's way too crowded in Hogsmeade today. All right, Springfield is pretty hopping too. I guess we're gonna go downstairs, see what the lower lot looks like. It doesn't look that bad, if I'm being honest. 30-minute average wait times for the rides down there. That's not too bad. And they've started construction on the facade of whatever house is gonna be down here in the Mummy Queue. It looks kind of cool, a little fold back. It looks basically the same kind of layout that they had for The Last of Us last year, with a little, like an actor's entryway right there next to the actual maze entrance. It looks pretty generic right now. Obviously, we're not going to be able to tell what's there, but they're starting to actually build a facade, so probably over the next few weeks, we'll probably really see, when the skin comes on, we'll really be able to see what they have in store for us here. I know they do a really good job of hiding this stuff throughout the year, but that's going to be fun to speculate on. And they got the tent up out at the T-pad too. This is the first time I've ridden by it. I don't remember, maybe they did last year. I don't remember them having the black curtain up to hide it from the tram tours that go by, because you drive right next to it, to the right there. But obviously just the tent's up. They don't have any walls or anything up yet. They're probably still mapping it out. It looks like they're putting down all the flooring first. They got all the wood there next to it, just kind of piled up, but obviously nothing to report besides the tents actually being up. They've got that big thing, whatever that is, over in the Curious George area, next to the Curious George lot. They've got that big facade up, going up for one of the mazes there that a lot of people are speculating it's going to be Nightmare on Elm Street, because it looks like one of the houses from that movie. So we'll see. I'd love to see Nightmare on Elm Street come back. I really like those mazes when they had them a few years ago. And then if you look even further out on the other side of the golf course, you can see a real house being built. Starting to think that coming down to the lower lot was a bad choice. Almost as bad of a choice as milk on a hot day.
Milk was a bad choice.
You know, it says it's only 15 minutes for Jurassic World, 35 for Transformers, and 20 for the Mummy. And obviously Mario Kart's an hour already, but I mean, at least they got the dinosaurs out. I don't even think I'm going to attempt that.
I wish you weren't a liar.
Yeah, and I did it anyway, and immediately regret my decision to come down here to Super Nintendo World. The crowd around Mario and Luigi for their photo op right now is ridiculous. This is like a fanboy session at a movie premiere or something. Nope, this is insanity. I gotta get out of here. And yes, I'm fully aware that I did that whole thing backwards. I just wanted to see if I could. And I was curious about what's happening over at Transformers. They got B out today. These were always the fun meet and greets to do. Busy today. But it's fun to come and just kind of do quick impromptu visits. I think the tram is going to be super cool. I actually am kind of excited now for their 60th anniversary little tour, because it looks like it's actually kind of revitalizing a little bit of the old glamour that made Hollywood studios what it used to be. Also, they're doing something out here where the old Saddle Ranch used to be. Looks like they got actually something there, floor. So something's gonna go in where the old Saddle Ranch used to be finally. What is that, 12 years later? Anyway, off to work I go. We will see you all in the next video. Hopefully live stream somewhere. Until then, catch y'all on that flippity flop.